So what I thought I would do, I would just like go in and look at the new trailer from ESO Online, the Dark Heart of Skyrim, apparently it's called, or it's like the expansion Greymoor. So I'm just gonna have a look at that, because there was a couple of things that I found a little bit strange and interesting at the same time. So I wonder where they're gonna go with that in the lore of Elder Scrolls in general, because if something is canon in Elder Scrolls Online, that means it's actually canon for everything, basically, because they literally have the same lore masters for Bethesda Game Studios and ZeniMax Online Studios. That they kind of like work together there. It's a little bit interesting. So let's go over here. I think, yep. So you have I actually still don't know who that is. I know that's Luris Titanborn, the random template Nord. Like, I don't know if he has a name. I think it's like a random. They just put a big Nord with a beard there and a battle axe with Luris, who is half giant and half Nord, by the way. That's why she's so big compared. This is obviously below Skyrim. Maybe in Blackreach, I think. And then you have these that will actually wake up by some kind of magic, which I'm going to be discussing a little bit. Let me see if we can... It looks a little bit dwarven. Well, obviously. I think it's dwarven mixed with something else, but what's in there is not obviously dwarven. I don't know what that's supposed to be like. I'm not entirely sure actually. And then it opens up and there's werewolves. And I think the werewolves are under some kind of spell. When he comes out. And then they fight them because they obviously... They want to annihilate the Nords or the hunting party there. Let me have a look at the shield. So they're getting subdued a little bit for dramatic effect. We all know they're just gonna fight back perfectly. So, like, she can't die. That would have been like the Elder Scrolls community or ESO community would probably be very angry. He could probably die because I don't know. I still don't know who that is. This is supposed to be just a random big bearded Nord. So he's probably disposable compared. Continue. Yeah. Right here. Immediately it looks like the werewolves are under some kind of spell. And that's the Vampire Lord. 100%. Could be Harkon. I don't know. Or someone close to Harkon. I don't know. Volkiar clan. There's several different vampire clans. It doesn't have to be Volkior. But this is where you see the hands. You see this here? It lights up. That's the spell. I think maybe the werewolves are under. And he kind of like has like a battle cry, and everything lights up, and the werewolves inside the machines or whatever comes out. So the vampire lord ordered the werewolves to fight for him, or fight for him against that vampire hunter party, whatever that might be. Meaning, more like Baal is literally more powerful than Hersin here. Or they're working together. One of the two. That's what I think anyway. I think actually might working together seems actually like a nice possibility. Too evil. Well, I mean, Moloch Baal is even more evil than Hersin. Derek, Prince of the Hunt, but still, like he's on the evil side as well. So it's not out of the question they are actually working together to basically take over Skyrim and Tamriel and Nirn later from underground, from the dark heart of Skyrim. That's just my take on it, but yeah, it's kind of funny, like kind of interesting. And whatever they do there with the lore in Greymoor will be canon lore, right? So it's kind of important to follow it a little bit. So the Dawnguard traces its origins to early to mid Second Era, okay? The game is set. ESO is set on the continent of Tamriel during the Second Era. So there's a big possibility actually. But it looks like it's like ESO takes place in the Second Era, which is like the first game time-wise, and Dawnguard was or Dawnguard originated in early to mid Second Era. So it's it's like now that I read that, it's extremely possible. That's what can happen there. Obviously, you're not gonna see Isran or anything like that because it's way. he's a red guard, and red guards. He would have had to be like a high elf or something to live that long, to be in Skyrim as well. The elf was 5 Skyrim. Or, well, not really, not necessarily. Like they could just throw in that he was a vamp, like just like take a spin on it, and that he has been a vampire all the way up until he got cured in the 4th Era or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe a little bit ridiculous. So he could have been immortal. But I don't think that's gonna. That's very unlikely. But yeah, the Dawnguard is a lawful good faction, in my opinion at least. So interesting to see what they actually put in the lore right there, because it's very possible.